you know, I'm gonna take that, you know, What's going on, guys? It's your boy Joey Saves, and today I want to talk about my weight loss journey to date. So we're gonna be talking about my story and updates since then. As you probably already know, I used to weigh over 315 pounds, and this was at my peak in high school. So as I'm talking, I'm gonna go ahead and put some new pictures that I've never shown you guys before right here. So let's jump into my high school story. Freshman year, I was playing football and I was trying out other different sports, track and field, wrestling, and I played football my whole life, so I knew I was gonna stick with football, but I wanted to see if I, you know, wanted to try something else. Nothing really stuck. So in high school, I played football from freshman year all the way to senior year. And high school, being over 300 pounds was definitely not easy. I would walk around all day, and I knew everywhere I went, I was the biggest person, and if anyone was looking at me, it was because I was sticking out like a sore thumb. It did suck because I did have a lot of insecurities, and I would wear very, very baggy shirts so that nothing was really like against my skin. It was really hard to tell, but it was very obvious I was the biggest person there. And of course, being 15, 16, 17 years old in high school, there's gonna be insecurities and just a ton of things that come up in my life. So it was just kind of a hard time for me, but it was really cool because I had a lot of friends and stuff, so it wasn't too bad. I always had a really cool friend group. I never really stuck to one group. I always kind of hopped around from group to group. Every group that I was with mainly was like football. It was just really cool to connect with people who kind of had similar lifestyles as me. You know, the people that would wake up and go to school for 6 or 7 hours, and then we would have football practice for another 6 or 7 hours. And so we were just kind of all there together every day. So being able to hang out and get to know these other guys and those people was just really cool, and they kind of understood me, and I got to just hang out with them and fit in. Even though I was over 300 pounds, I think my high school experience was still pretty good. And don't even get me started on dances. I did go to dances pretty much every year with a new girl or something, but it was always just as friends. You know how that goes in high school. I didn't really have a girlfriend at the time. I wasn't seeing anyone. So whenever I did go with a girl, it was just kind of as friends. Now let's fast forward to my senior year of high school when I was playing football. This would be my 14th year in football altogether, and I had never had a major injury before. I'd never really had a concussion that I know of. I never broke any bones. To this day, I've never really broke any bones. And then of course, the very last year that I decided to play football, I tear my ACL. We were about halfway through the season and it just snapped. My ACL snapped in half. My physical trainer actually thought that it was just maybe torn or stretched ligament. When I went to the doctor, he actually said that my ACL was torn. So as you can see, this was not a very good start to a weight loss journey, as I couldn't even move my legs. After about 6 or 7 months of physical therapy, I was able to start getting on the bike, on the elliptical at the gym, and actually start exercising again, which felt amazing because sitting in bed for a month straight is not very healthy and it doesn't feel good. About a month after I get out of physical therapy for the first time, this is about 7 or 8 months out of my first surgery for my ACL, I tear it again. I tear it again. I tore my ACL again at the beach on a photo shoot with a bunch of girls, and it was super cool all the way up until I tore my ACL again. And I knew immediately, it didn't even hurt. I was just so pissed off that I knew I tore my ACL. I was so done. So a few months later, exactly a year from my last surgery, I had another surgery. So once again, I was in bed for a month, and that was absolutely taxing on me emotionally and mentally because I wanted to start a weight loss journey and I couldn't even walk. Yes, this was an amazing way to start a weight loss journey. However, I did what I could, and even though I couldn't walk and I couldn't exercise, I still tried to clean up my diet. So I had my mom go out and get healthy foods rather than going out and just bringing back really bad foods like I was used to. I wanted to start, and I wanted to start somehow, and I knew that if I could just change up my diet, even though I can't exercise, that was gonna be a good enough start. So what did I do? I started drinking a lot more water and no other drinks that had sugars, that had carbs, that had any kind of calories in it, and that alone made such a big difference. Even though I wasn't exercising, I probably still lost 5 or 10 pounds within like a month or so. That was really cool because I didn't even have to do anything except just clean up my diet. And then once I was able to get back up on my feet and actually get things going again, then I started going to the gym with one of my really good buddies, Rob, who he actually lost 60 pounds. So he's got his own 60-pound weight loss journey, and it was really cool because I was helping him, he was helping me. We were just keeping each other motivated. He was pretty much like my gym buddy. He was like my accountability partner whenever I wasn't really feeling it for the gym, because back then when I first started my weight loss journey, I wasn't super excited about the gym like I am now. You know, now it's part of my daily routine. Now it just feels like a shower. If I miss the gym, it's like I missed a shower. It just doesn't feel normal. But back then, I know the struggle where it was just like, oh, it feels like a chore. Like I hate going. I don't feel like I want to go. I don't feel motivated. So it was really cool because on those days were the days that he felt really motivated, and he hit me up. He's like, come on, bro, we're gonna go. I don't care how you feel. We're gonna at least get through those doors, and if you want to leave, then we'll leave. And so the same thing, vice versa. You know, whenever he wasn't feeling motivated, I would tell him to get into the gym with me and we were gonna have a good workout. Once I was able to start getting back into the gym, then I started immediately and I did as much as I could. I actually did cardio every day, like 4 or 5 days a week, and I tried to sit on there for like 40 minutes to an hour. I was just like, I'm just gonna do cardio while I'm eating good or while I'm trying to clean out my diet. And then after I started getting into the gym more, I started losing some more weight and I started cleaning out my diet, and then I really started to clean out my diet. So just starting to eat healthier foods, eat less of it, go to the gym more often for longer periods of time, and I was just trying to do what I thought I knew to lose weight. And it was starting to come off slowly, and you know, I would fluctuate back and forth, gain a little bit of weight, lose a little bit of weight. Slowly it was starting to come up because I was changing my daily habits, and over, you know, I was being consistent with it, and over, you know, a month, 2 months, 3 months, it started to kind of snowball into a better result. And then I figured out how to create my own customized meal plan. And once I created my own customized meal plan, that is when fat started rolling off my body. It was unreal. Like, I was able to calculate how much food I was eating and how much I needed to eat in order to lose this amount of weight. And it was just really awesome because once I implemented this diet plan, which you can eat healthy if you want, but if you're not really tracking everything and you don't understand where the energy and everything is coming from the foods, then you're not going to be able to target your goal very specifically. Sure, you can clean up your diet, and that worked for me for about 10 or 15 pounds, but really what stuck for me was I got to create my own custom meal plan, which was super precise on my weight loss. And that's when I started to see real results. 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds down, people were commenting, even at like 15, 20 pounds, people were like, oh, hey, like you look a little bit better, you know, like are you starting to exercise more? You clean up your diet, what's going on? 30, 40 pounds later, people are like, wow, like you look really good, what's going on? 50, 60, 70 pounds later, like, wow, I didn't even recognize you, you know, that's incredible, that's awesome, that's a lot of weight you lost. And to me, I was like, I didn't even look at what happened in the past. I wasn't like, oh, I lost 50 or 60 pounds. What I was looking at was the future. Oh, I still have 50 or 60 more pounds to lose. So everyone was seeing what I had accomplished, and that's just me personally. I don't really see what I accomplished. I'm always looking towards the future and what I still have yet to accomplish, which can be a personal flaw, I know, because it's really hard for me to be grateful for what I've accomplished, but sometimes I just have to sit back and remember what I've done. So 60, 70 pounds down, I looked back and I was like, wow, this is insane. I've lost a lot of weight, but I'm still not where I want to be. And so this is where I got very serious. Once I had lost all that weight, then I had set myself a new goal. Like I tell you guys all the time, make sure that you're not just setting one goal and then hitting that goal and then not having a goal after that. Start working towards that one goal that you have, and then before you reach that goal, set yourself a new goal, just like I did. I started to lose 60, 70, 80 pounds, and I was almost over 100 pounds weight loss, which is absolutely incredible. I didn't even think about it. It just kind of came off, and then one day I looked behind me and I lost 100 pounds. So it's really incredible to get to the end of a weight loss journey, especially if you're gonna lose 100 pounds or 150 pounds. You don't really even realize it's gone until people comment, because you're just so busy working on the next day, the next day, the next day, that you forget what you've accomplished. So my new goal after I was done losing weight, after I knew that like once I lost 100 pounds, 110 pounds, whatever, then I had to have a new goal, and that new goal was to build a physique. So my original goal wasn't even to lose 100 pounds. My original goal was to just look good. I have never looked like this before, and I just wanted to look good. I didn't know how much weight I needed to lose. I didn't know like what my goal really was. I just said I wanted to look in the mirror and I want to look good. And so I was getting to that point, really close to that point, and I didn't really know what to do next. I set myself a new goal. I said, okay, well, why stop here? I'm gonna keep on going. Like if I'm gonna lose all this weight, you know, I'm gonna take that, you know, if I'm gonna lose all this weight, I'm not gonna take that for granted. So I set myself a new goal, which was to build a physique, which I have been doing over the past year or two, is just really building on my physique, really honing in on my diet, because once you lose all that fat, it gets really hard to get even lower in body fat percentage. So I had to get very precise with my meal planning and being very consistent. Things just get a lot harder once you've lost all that weight, and you, especially if you have a fitness goal of being having a physique, things get very complicated, and you have to be very precise with what you're doing, diet wise, exercise wise. That alone, switching from 100-pound weight loss to my new goal, which is building that physique, like those are equally as hard, but in two kind of different general senses. My new goal was to build that physique, which I'm pretty proud of today. It's been a couple of years since I've lost that 100 pounds, but I have been able to successfully build a physique that I love. Of course, I'm not done. I'm never gonna be done. I'm always looking to the future. I've always got new goals, which I'm gonna get into in a little bit. But right now I wanna talk about what also happened after I lost weight. I finally had my first girlfriend. I've had actually 2 official girlfriends since I've lost 100 pounds, which was about 2 2.5 years ago, girls definitely treat you differently. They look at you differently, no matter what they say, no matter, I don't care what kind of BS they'll tell you. Everyone's gonna notice you a lot more once you look more attractive, obviously. Once you lose weight, especially, you know, if you're looking good, kind of like me, then you're just gonna have girls all over you. And I was not used to that. I did not have the mindset that I was like used to that. You know, guys grow up with that all the time and they're just used to it by the time they're 21. I was not used to that because I had no idea. The only relationship I ever had with a girl was as a friend. The last few years have kind of been like eye-opening to me, and it's kind of changed my entire life because I am living an entirely new life that I have never lived before. So I'm like a brand new newborn baby within the last like 3 years because my entire life has taken a full 180. So I'm just trying to figure out like what's going on and how the world treats me now and how I treat the world. Girls will definitely treat you a lot better. They will, you know, they'll talk to you more, they'll talk to you longer, they'll stare at you, they'll come up to you, they'll do whatever. And actually my last 2 girlfriends asked me to be their boyfriend pretty much. I didn't really ask them out, you know, I didn't say like, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend? They both kind of just said like, when are we going to be in a relationship? So that was different. It was really weird. But of course, me not really knowing what I was doing with girls and relationships, I don't want to get too deep into that, but I could have done a lot more vetting and like red flag seeing, I guess, but I didn't really do that because I was just so like, wow, this is crazy, like this is my first girlfriend, blah blah blah. And then of course, like that was just a terrible decision. So be very self-conscious in like the decisions that you make when it comes to relationships, because relationships are a completely different world. So over the last couple of years, I've been able to build a physique that I want. Of course, I'm going to keep going, but now my new goal is to master calisthenics movements. And so calisthenics really just means body weight exercises, which kind of seems boring, but if you look it up on YouTube, if you have no idea what calisthenics is all about, it's actually super cool. It's honestly way better than bodybuilding in my opinion, because standing there and just doing curls like everybody else in the world, like it's just so boring. Like sure, you're going to work out that muscle, but you can do it so much more effectively and efficiently if you're doing body weight exercises, which is calisthenics. So I've been inspired and I've kind of taken a turn. Like I don't want to build a super awesome physique. I have a nice physique, but now I want to go after that calisthenics movements, which I think is really cool. All right guys, so that is my update on my weight loss journey, my kind of life story the last few years, and I'm glad I was able to share that with you guys today. If you guys like that, go ahead and please drop a like and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. I would love to see you back. I am dropping videos every single day at 5 o'clock PST, so make sure that you hit that bell notification, be one of the first people to come to my videos. As always, I love you guys so much. Peace.